What's up, everybody? Happy Turkey Day. It looks like it's going to be a good time. We're going to have some fun. Oh my goodness, and look at that. Sci fi is here with some bi weekly rundown. Anyway, it's Thanksgiving. So I thought, let's just chat. Let's just have some fun. Let's talk a little bit about all this cool stuff that we're all so gosh darn thankful for, and do so while, of course, drinking your refrigerator water from your 49ers glasses. This is, of course, assuming everyone all across the country does, in fact, have old school 49ers glasses. Am I correct? Anyway, if you're catching this on the replay, let me know in the comments what figures, what company, whatever are you most thankful for when it comes to this whole crazy action figure collecting hobby that we're all big old fans of. And you can see, if you can't, in the background here, I'm in the house. I got the dining room behind me, which means I have the tiny computer behind me, which of course means I'll be having to throw on the glasses. Good Lord, so old! My eyes are so old! Anywho, let's get to it. Let's see what the people have this fine evening. First off, from Sci-Fi, greetings and greetings and toytations, everyone. Greetings and toytations to you as well. Yeah, Sci-Fi. Hope you're having a fantastic Thanksgiving at work, sir. You did. Not much to report today on Black Friday Eve. 'Tis the lull before the storm of discounts galore, mostly on old overpriced stock to make way for new overpriced stock. But hey, a deal's a deal, right? Valaverse will have their Black Friday sale starting Friday morning at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 10% off all Season 6 stock and 20% off everything else. The discount will automatically be applied at checkout. Check all of your online brick and mortar stores for their own sales. And don't forget Cyber Monday, that day Skynet was activated. Oh, and discounts on tech stuff too. If I remember correctly, this coming Monday, there will be no live stream because Dave told his family he needs to go to the store and get some milk. Dare to dream. You are right, Sci-Fi. There will be no live stream this coming Monday. I'll be on a train. I'll be on a train on the way back from Milwaukee. Very strange stuff. Hopefully there will be plenty in stock so he can return by Thursday before the kids notice he's gone. LOL, this Saturday night on the 3POA podcast, Ryan Laserpants, let's see, and a bunch of tubers will list their top 10 tuber toy shills. I plan to have plenty of popcorn ready. Oh dear, that's going to be rough. So, since Toy Talk is in a lull right now, and turkeys and cranberries are high, let's combine the two. What toys pair best with a Thanksgiving feast? Captain America as the Blob? I'd say, wait, Captain America or the Blob. As the Blob would be entertaining, but or the Blob sounds better. I'd say we'd start off more like Cap, but after dinner, we're definitely more Blob, or perhaps She-Hulk, Wonder Woman, Power Girl, or any of the Snail Shell or Rosetta women to represent a bountiful feast. Perhaps Professor X in his chair to represent all those glued to the TV, the Flash or Quicksilver for those last minute runs because mom forgot a key ingredient from her list. Oh, here's a good one. All of the mob bosses, let's see, such as Kingpin or Hammerhead to represent the company boardrooms behind all the Black Friday sales, pre-sales, post-sales, and whatever else they can fabricate for more unnecessary, necessary sales. What toys pair best with Thanksgiving movies? For me, it's Quicksilver and the Blob whenever I watch planes, trains, and automobiles as Steve Martin and John Candy, respectively. I find that Spider-Man, Wolverine, Deadpool, and Batman pair well with most alcohol. If you'd read most of their histories, you drink too. Normally, I'd say that's my 2 cents, but since the National Treasury has stopped making pennies, I'll simply say, well, that's my 5 cents, folks. Well, that's the bi-weekly rundown for the week. Now, back to you, Dave. I'd like to just say a very happy extended weekend, safe vacations, Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, day off, etc. to all the fine, weird, yet cool folks of the esteemed chat sci-fi. Thank you, man. You too this fine Thanksgiving weekend. Let's see, Gridiron Studios is having a site-wide, sale now until December 1st. Use the code TURKEY10 to get a 10% off discount. There we go. Sci-Fi, thanks again, man. Always appreciated with you coming in here with the bi-weekly rundown, sir. Good times. Paul, what's up? Hello, sir. Thanks for stopping in this fine evening. Spaded one. Eat, eat us. Hey, it's Thanksgiving Day. Eat us. We'd make a sweet buffet. We won't stay fresh for very long, so eat us before we finish this song. Brick, can't hang out, but wanted to say hi. Hope everyone's enjoying the day. Brick, have a good one, man. Hope you loved your turkey. Hope Vegas was a good time. If you're still there, hope it's still a good time. Let's see, sci-fi. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. Thanks again, Paul. The people are having a good time this fine evening. Mr. Madsen, hello there, sir. Good to see you tonight. Woohoo! Rick, let's see. I did do 2-second payments at 5K Toys this weekend that I'm excited about. Fury Toys, Azure Lion, and Zezre Hilder. Nicely done, Brick. Sci-Fi shows up tomorrow, classified. Supposedly, ooh, that would be fun. He looks good. Be well, everyone. Good to see you, Paul. Good to see you, Brick. Thanks, man. Have fun tonight. Or, for the rest of the weekend. And Monday. In fact, have fun till Thursday, and then have even more fun Thursday. Heck, what the heck? Everybody always says, have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good rest of the year. Have a good decade. I don't know. I can keep it going. Sci-Fi, I'm definitely thankful for 5K Toys, CT Toys, Ramen Toys, and to a lesser extent, Hasbro. I think we're grateful to Hasbro because they have so many of the characters that we love so much. They have the license to make them. And they do own G.I. Joe and Transformers, so of course that's good times as well. Ooh, you know what? Hang on, I gotta log out of... It's very strange. If I'm logged into anything with Google, like YouTube or Gmail or any of that, it's like people don't get notified or something. It's an odd sort of deal when it comes to the esteemed chat this fine evening. Glad to see we do have 18 people watching, which is much better than I thought we were going to hit on this fine Thanksgiving. So thank you all for checking out the stream tonight. Much appreciated. Let's start it up here. I liked what Sci-Fi was saying about what we're going with as far as what characters best represent Turkey Day. So ladies and gentlemen, what characters for you best represent Turkey Day? I can't think of any characters that are actually turkey themed. Help me out. Are there any turkey themed comic book characters or characters in anything else? I don't even think that there was a Beast Wars turkey out there. Very strange stuff. Sci-Fi, by the way, Ace said he's coming out with an updated General Lee with the decals already applied and 3 key figures to go with it. Oh. All right. What do we think? I mean, obviously, we got to go Bo and Luke. Is the other one, it's Daisy. It's got to be Daisy. If it's not Daisy, it's Roscoe. But it's Daisy. Let's be honest. I mean, come on. Who else could it be? Who is your vote there if it's not Daisy? Also, yeah, turkey-themed action figures. What do we got? Anything? Let's see. J. Jonah Jameson. He's a big giant turkey. That's fair. That's fair. That would work. I could take that. I'm trying to think of, like, they've got, so there's several bird transformers, but no turkeys. Not good. Not good. How do we not have any of that going on? By the way, I found out that this background was a possibility before I got on here. And all I said, so StreamYard now has some kind of AI background maker. So I got on there and I said, pop culture villain celebrating Thanksgiving. Obviously, StreamYard has nothing against using copyrighted stuff or trademark stuff because that is very clearly Darth Vader in the middle carving the turkey, which, let's be honest, who else should carve the turkey? Mr. Matson, I usually do Joe's, Marvel, and DC for Thanksgiving, but this year I did Savage Crucible, Solomon Kane, and Sonia and Blanca. Dude, I when you told me about your picture with Blanca, I had to go check out the. In fact, hold on, guys. This is good stuff. Like I just straight up went with the Street Fighter characters, but Mr. Matson took the cake. His picture was great. It was great. Let's go check it out. Just gotta find. Hang on, don't worry. Ooh, they changed icons. Why are you changing icons on me? Oh wait, okay, they didn't change that one. We're good. Bum 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 bum. Oh, they everybody wants to hear me going Star Wars style. All right, give me just a sec. I will pop this up real quick. Check this out, ladies and gents. I did appreciate this quite a bit. And the hat, oh, the Solomon Kane hat, that's kind of perfect. I didn't even notice that. You had said, because my Blanca on my picture was eating a burger, and Mr. Matson goes, yeah, mine's eating 3 flaming chickens. And I'm like, okay, I got to check this. So I noticed everybody around here, but I zeroed in on what Blanca was doing with his flaming chickens, of course. Skew, happy gobble day to the esteemed chat. Skew, good to see you tonight, sir. Happy gobble gobble day to you as well. Woo, sci-fi, Palpatine air fries his turkeys. Man, that's, you know what? That's how they could have taken down the first Death Star, is they could have just done like, what is it, fried turkeys. Just a bunch of fried turkeys in that first Death Star and just boom, just they blow up everything. That would have been quality stuff. I don't know. So be it. But yeah, that was a good shot there. That one cracked me up. And mine wasn't even really Thanksgiving so much. It was just a bunch of characters hanging around the grill because I didn't have any kind of turkey set up. I really need to start getting some of this more food type stuff added to the old collection. But Mr. Manson, great shot. It cracked me up when I saw it. Alrighty. Let's do dun 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 dun. Stop screen. Keep no, we want to show the other thing. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Okay, this is weird. Dynamic camera grid. Okay, got it, but this is not letting me do things. Look at that. Somehow a second person's there, except there is no second person. Okay. Oh, dear Lord. It has gone crazy on me, ladies and gents. Wait a sec. Here we go. Here are all the other options. If you thought I knew what was going on, now you know better. Okay. Looks like you're kind of stuck with me. My apologies, of course. Or maybe once I blew it up on my side, maybe now it'll kind of reset the way that it should be. There we go. Okay. Let's put me back in here with that. Yeah. Fried porks. Man, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the good guys should eat the porks too, though. Ben, thanks for showing it. Dinner is being served. It was a great chat, sir, and it was a lot of fun to check out. So thanks for letting me know about it. But yeah, all kinds of. I didn't even pay attention to all the villains that were back here in this craziness. Obviously, we got the Joker. Looks like Maleficent. We got Harley. We got Loki. Is that. I can't tell on the far right. Huh. Well, anyway, like I said, StreamYard, either StreamYard paid Disney and everybody else to be able to use this stuff, or they didn't, in which case somebody will see this and be like, hey, I don't think you're allowed to do that, StreamYard. See, sci-fi, big shocker. The iron has, or sorry, good Lord, the glasses still don't help on this tiny screen. The Tron HasLab failed 1,338. But needed 10,000. Finally, something the Star Wars Black Series can feel good about. That's the worst is I feel bad for the Tron fans out there because I know there's a lot of them, but clearly the Venn diagram of Tron fans from the first movie, or no, I'm sorry, the HasLab was the first movie, wasn't it? Because the 6-inch figures are legacy. So the Tron fans from the first movie maybe aren't so into action figures, and the overall Tron fan base must be so small that crosses over with action figures that it's just not feasible. But it leads to the theory that I had way back when that Disney wanted a full on Tron line, and Hasbro was like, hang on. Let us test this with a HasLab first to see how well it does, and then we'll see about a full on Tron line, at least in the 3 3/4 scale. I seriously doubt that the new line is going to make it much past however many waves they have planned so far. But hopefully I'm wrong for all the Tron fans out there. Magneto, let's see, brought the silverware. That would be accurate. He just walk around, his hand would be like this, but instead of actually holding things, it'd all just be following him. Because that's how Magneto rolls. He can do those things. Because, master of magnetism. So, what is sci-fi, by the way? Okay, hold on. Let me go. I know I feel like I'm jumping all over the place, but I went to the Valaverse site because I got that Black Friday email, and already that stinking shotgun set was sold out. Like I was waiting till Wednesday. Like I was gonna get it Wednesday, and then I get on there and no dice. Wait a second. Hold on. I'll share the screen here. But yeah, I was bummed about not being able to get the shotgun set. So of course, I just didn't get anything. Let's see here. Yeah, coming soon, it said. So I'm like, well, with what is it? The shipping is $8 or whatever. So I thought, well, with $8 shipping, what I'll do is I'll wait to get the shop or something like that. I was had to add myself to the stage. Okay, here I am. And let me try sharing this screen again because bad things happen. And that was not me being technically incompetent, though that does happen. All right, what do you have, Sci-Fi? Let's see. Go to the site at midnight tonight. It might be in stock. Be quick with your purchase. Dang it. I've got to be up early tomorrow. Maybe I will do such things. If it's back in stock, I will be stoked, Sci-Fi. But if it's not, then I will have stayed up till midnight for nothing. And then what? What do I do? But yeah, there we go. I was kind of bummed about that. But on the other hand, we do have all this stuff that you can get for 10% off, which is pretty sweet. So let me go back there. Because all this is the stuff that's 10% off. I believe that includes the Day of the Dead Sidewinder, which is a figure I'd like to grab. That's also all these army builders, this Infantry Commando, Weapons Pack November, Weapons Pack Mike. We've got all the backpacks, look like they're still in stock. All the troop builders are still in stock. So all this stuff I'm showing you right now, you'll get 10% off if you decide to order it starting at midnight tonight. And then everything else is 20% off. So as I wait for this to populate, all these figures, so what, $29.99? So basically Sidewinder would be about $24 plus tax. So would, oh God, what's it? Senshi and Atlas. How about his name's right down there, but I had to try and remember what it was. And then, oh, ladies and gentlemen, okay, 20% off the hand packs, I think. And for the hand packs only being $10, I mean, that makes them $8 a piece. So if you're going to order anyway, I might pick up some of those hand packs. That's pretty good stuff. And then weapons pack kilo, which is nice, except if you don't have Praetorians, it'd make you sad. Then I'm looking for other extras that you would get 20% off on. But stuff is loading kind of slow here. Let's see. We've got several Pandoras, it looks like. Then we've got, oh, Legend of the White Dragon exclusive. Oh, Praetorian Fury. Okay, so if that's 20% off, you're going to get, you'll basically pay $32 for this guy plus shipping. The mystery bundle is key as well. I don't know if you get 20% off the mystery bundle, but yeah, guys, there's plenty of good deals going on with Valaverse. Let's see, 20% off Wounded too. Oh, nice. Okay. Also, oh, never mind. Okay, so mystery boxes are also 20% off. Clearly, I didn't read the fine print. So yeah, plenty of stuff on sale at Valaverse starting at midnight tonight. And then why don't we go, just because I should have thought about this, obviously tonight could turn into a Black Friday kind of thing. Go away, stop it. What do we have here? Black Friday week deals on BBTS. See what we've got here. Black Friday week deals. And these are specifically Black Friday deals. Let's see what we've got here. That's in our scale, of course. Stavros the Unwavering from Mythic Legion saved 25%. That's pretty cool. If you're into that one, I'm not sure I am so much right now. You've got the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, I believe, for $150. Oh my goodness, guys. $50 for this SHF Deadpool. $45 for this 3-pack of Vipers. So if anybody's on the fence about the Vipers, you're probably not going to do much better than what you're seeing right here. And then 25% off the Cobra Officer. Man, these are actually, I came on here not expecting to find much that I'd be interested in, but oh, that's pretty cool. The Black and White Ninja Turtles, the Universal Monsters, and TMNT 4-pack. I've gotten sick about Transformers, ladies and gents. I've been looking more and more at the collaborations. I did get Bone Shaker and Twin Mill, by the way. They're pretty sweet. They are pretty awesome, I have to say. Which kind of shocks me. But on the other hand, what the heck? Oh, look at how little Q is. I've been thinking, and this is my own sickness, you got to cater to the fan base. And if I'm getting Transformers, I've been wondering about diving in a little bit into at least the first 3 movies. And if I'm honest, of all the designs, my favorite designs from the movies was Dark of the Moon. So I've been wondering if I should jump into Q. I had him in my hands at Meijer today and opted against it because he was a mere 25% off. Here, being 30% off, and I've got a pile of loot going, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. The Casey Jones with the gray shirt. This Iron Man, I think people kind of like, and I think he's even got a ball peg waist. So let's take a look at him real quick. Yeah, this one might be worth it. Believe it or not. I know. I can't believe I'm saying that. But for $20, you have an action figure that does all the things that I've been wanting Marvel Legends to do for so long. Even if they don't show it too well. On the other hand, I did hear that it does have a ball peg waist, but it doesn't have great range there. Still, it's better than a cut. And he's got plenty extra hands. He doesn't have accessories unless you want to count that comic book. But I think the articulation might be there. And I don't know. I'm not really tempted to get it. But if Marvel Legends, I don't know. Maybe I am somewhat tempted. I'm as tempted by this as I am the Wolverine, but I'm not going to get the Wolverine because he comes in the 2-pack. Now, if the Wolverine ever comes singly packed or just packed on his own in whatever look, then I will be far more tempted to get him than an Iron Man that isn't 616. But I do like that they made a figure like this that is this good a quality that they should be doing with all their figures as far as I'm concerned. And right now you can get them for 20 bucks. So that's not so bad. What do we have? Hello, Brandon. What's going on, sir? Good to see you tonight. How was Turkey Day, man? What was everybody's favorite food that they ate today? Happy Thanksgiving, LBZ. Thanks for stopping in this fine evening, man. Let's see, sci-fi. It'd be nice for some Operation Monster Force and Fresh Monkey Fiction discounts. Yeah, but they had to eat a lot when they decided to go in with the floosh and probably aren't selling many of those after everything that's going on with them. Although I do agree, I would love a sale on some Fresh Monkey Fiction stuff. Those are beautiful figures. All right, so that's what we've got there. Classified Night Creeper for 15.59. That's pretty good. And with those hands, are his hands purple or black? If his hands are black, they're purple. But he does have extra hands as well. I've been tempted by the Night Creeper, guys. Let me know. What do you think of the Night Creeper? Is that a good pickup? Or are there far better G.I. Joe figures out there? SH, this poor Lando, guys. Maybe, you know what? I feel like we should have just a Lando day because I see Kyle Peterson when he talks. It seems every time he's shopping, he comes across a Lando. Maybe we should all just buy Landos and make it so nobody can ever find one and then just sell them for millions later on down the line, like 20 years later. Maybe it's a terrible idea. In fact, it probably is. But still, Lando for $9.20. That is crazy for a Black Series figure. I just keep seeing stuff. Look at that. This gold Iron Man for 17 bucks. This Wolverine and Psylocke 2-pack for 35. Last Ronin Karai. Man, yeah, it's crazy the sales that they've got going on. Look at this. Archive Collection Princess Leia for $10.40. Another Lando for even less. $6.25, ladies and gentlemen. Who needs a Lando? Ghost Tab, what's up? Hello, happy Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day to you, sir. Oh, thanks, LP. Sorry, thank you, Paul, for keeping the people. I saw the names and I was like, oh man, thanks for keeping them all, engaged. Much appreciated. Sci-fi, you sound like a realtor, Dave. Bye, Lando, Lando, Lando. Hey, man, right now it's like buying stocks. Right now with Lando, you buy low, just buy super low, and then sell super high. Okay, so that was as far as BBTS's Black Friday deals. But then they've also got Black Friday week. Let's see. Okay. And then fire off, guys. Any other websites you know of that are having big time Black Friday deals? Let us know. And so we'll go and we'll visit those a bit too. Bo Katan for, wow, man. Some of these prices are almost sad. Like this Gorilla, I actually think he's cool, but it's because I always think gorillas, monkeys, apes, all those figures look like fun. But I just can't because it's Super 7. Let's see. Ultimate Scumbag. A lot of Star Wars. What do we have here, though? That's because Burn. Skeleton Crew. Oh. Yeah, we're into Skeleton Crew territory. We're into Andor territory with Bix. Credit collection, credit collection territory. Book of Boba Fett on those last two. I'm always curious about what exactly isn't doing well. Like, even though we can look at this and we can say, okay, well, obviously, Andor didn't sell figures, and we can say Skeleton Crew didn't sell figures. On the other hand, that's only two figures that are on sale here, and that's only one figure that's on sale from Andor. Couple from Book of Boba Fett. So we can kind of get an idea. I'd say Hera's not the most popular character though. We've got two versions of her, but we can get an idea of how things are going. But man, I wish I could see the numbers. Oh, dun 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 dun. Mobile Suit Gundam. I don't know why I tried singing that. What are these? Aren't these? These are 1/12th, aren't they? Char is noble. Oh, I was wrong. Never mind. Those are more like 1/18th. I screwed up. My bad. Obi-Wan Kenobi, vintage collection. A lot of Star Wars, which is kind of sad. I don't like that there's so much Star Wars, but you notice there was none of the original trilogy stuff there, or even the prequels. And then we'll check this last little bit. I think this is all that it said for Black Friday deals. You can't, I'm kind of surprised that this Banshee is on sale. Just because when I think of the X-Men, I think giant size X-Men being so pivotal when it comes to the history of them that I'm surprised that that's still out there. On the other hand, how surprised can I be? I didn't buy it either. Spider Boy, let's see. Yep, Black Series, Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, I don't know how well that one did. Brave New World, but there's not tons of them. We'll see. Hologram Ezra. Man, there's a lot of Star Wars. All right, hold on. Holocom Collection Han. Sailor Moon, Chibi Moon. I don't know what that means. Bays. Huh. Rogue One figures too. 11.25 for that. I don't know, ladies and gents. This is it's kind of sad. Oh, don't do Bill Burr like that. Look at that, ladies and gents. You can get a Bill Burr action figure for $7.80. Do it. Do it. Oh, Avengers Infinity War Mafex Cap too for 67.50. Truly, and I don't know anything about this Cap because I don't get movie figures, but if you're not on the fence about Mafex, they've been doing a really good job for a while now. So look for prices like this if you want to just jump in and see what you think of them, because that's going to be a pretty decent price. So if you like Captain America from Infinity War and you're on the fence about trying out Mafex, bam, here's your sign, ladies and gentlemen. Get in there, buy you a Captain America right there. I don't know, I think I just went into Foxworthy ever so slightly. Holiday deals. There's so many deals at BBTS. So let me go back to the chat and see about other sites here that you guys are talking about. Ghost Tab, that Lando is $1 overpriced. Poor Lando. So mean, Ghost Tab. Dave, that's what Ollie's thought. Look where that got him. Fair, fair. Whoo. Sci-fi, more like Book of Boba Fett. He looks like Uncle Fester. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But since I'm not seeing more suggestions on more sites, we've got, man, this is insane, guys. Okay, those were November, let's see, Black Friday week. Okay, so we've got two more columns here, or two more windows. Oh no, I bought Galvatron just a little too early. All right, Galvatron for $38.49. I love this figure. I think I got him for 41 or 47, whatever their first sale on him was. So I'm kind of bummed because I'm seeing now that I think I could have saved $9 or something had I waited till now. but I really like that figure. So if you're into Studio Series, even if you built or bought all the Galvatrons, if you want the one that looks like the movie, that one's key. And it seems nobody can get rid of this Mafex Dark Knight Returns set, and I don't know why. I haven't seen bad things said about it. So maybe people just aren't into it so much. I don't know. Or for Cybertron, this poor Slash. This Slash, I think, has been on sale for the past couple years almost everywhere. To the point now where it's a NECA Slash for $11.40. And I think when he was first released, he was 35 bucks. That's insanity. Of course, I can't say much because I didn't get him either. Red alert, this is the guy that if anybody is shopping for Transformers and you walked into the Transformers section, you have no doubt noticed that Red Alert is in fact the peg warmer. Along with Q, Red Alert is peg warming, which is too bad because they've really done a good job with the Armada figures. The Dark Troop, ladies and gentlemen, I'm tempted here. The Dark Trooper for Mandalorian for 14 bucks. Let's look at that real quick. Because I need to get, oh man, I need to get some of these for a hallway scene, I feel like. Like Luke just absolutely destroying these guys. And there are extra hands. Yeah, 14 bucks. This thing's pretty good size. I mean, it is to scale with Black Series, which means it's to scale with SHF pretty much. So yeah, 14 bucks for that if you're still into Dark Troopers and the last episode of Mandalorian. Well, the last one of season 2 anyway. The last one that I count. Transformers Dark of the Moon Hatchet for, let's see, 20% off. Oh my goodness. I was looking at a lot of this NECA stuff way back when and just didn't pull the trigger. And now that I'm kind of looking at NECA stuff going, man, they just don't move. They're not trying to evolve. Now I'm seeing super cheap prices. Like that Utrom for 1710 is nuts. Last Ronin, oh, for 1140, the shirtless version. The Renette, because it's not the blue one, it's going to sell for $11.40. This is insane, guys. I did not expect this to go this way. I mean, there's a lot of there are what even I would consider decent sales here. Let's go back and see what we've got in the old chat. Ghost have, I don't know why, but I wrote 2 sites. Let's see, Nin Nin and Kappa Hobby. Okay, I did get Nin Nin's email, but I didn't open it. In fact, I probably deleted it right away just because I get a few. Let's see, Sci-Fi. My Azure line should arrive by Monday. Oh, that's going to be nice, and we'll hear all about it on Thursday. But yeah, it looks really good. Is that the one? I think Mad Hatter. He got one of those lions, and it might have been the Azure one recently. Let's see. I wrote it more than once, but let's see. It won't show. Nin Games and Kappa Hobby are having Black Friday sales. Got it, Ghost Tab. We'll check Nin and then we'll jump over to Kappa Hobby. Hobby? Did I just go a little, I went a little Michigander there. Then we'll check out Kappa Hobby. I guess that's more Boston, more Massachusetts. I shouldn't, make fun of Michigan accents. I kind of live here. Let's see. The last of the Time Lords is here. What's up, Anton? Good to see you tonight. And happy Thanksgiving to you as well, man. See, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to go back in time and stop Duke because he dropped a big piece of metal on Flint's foot. And then I had to stop Cobra Commander because he wanted to steal all the cookies at a restaurant. It was a very strange Thanksgiving. You know what, though? That is probably the most evil thing Cobra Commander could actually pull off. Is just stealing an entire restaurant's full of cookies. Just being like, give me all the cookies. No, you'll never catch me. And of course, I dare not try that in Chris Latta's voice or I'll break my throat. All right, Sci-Fi, now you sound like Kathleen Kennedy. I heard a thing a while back, and tell me if you guys heard this too, where it might actually be that it's been more Bob Iger's fault that a lot of this stuff has failed, which is why Kathleen Kennedy is still where she's at in Lucasfilm, is because Iger's the one that insisted on a lot of the stuff. Now, I don't know that there'll ever be any hard evidence to that, but, or, I don't know that we'll ever know for sure, to be very honest. But I'd feel a little bad, actually, if that were the case, because I'm sitting here dogging Kennedy. Now, I do think firing Gina Carano was over the line, and I especially think it is because if I'm Jon Favreau at that time, I'm like, screw this. I just wrote 2 awesome seasons of The Mandalorian, and I had all this stuff planned, and that threw a grenade in it, and I'm done. Like I would have been like, I have if Favreau were of course out of his contract, I would have been so ticked off when that happened. But aside from that, if the rest of it has been Iger, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough, especially since we've all had so much hate for Kathleen Kennedy. Okay, let's go. Oh, guys, hang on. Let's look here on this last one real quick because look at this. Okay, first off, we've got the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batmobile from Batman and Robin. Yeah, cool, sure. Electro, yeah, cool, sure. Deadpool and Wolverine and the civvies, nobody cares. But if you guys have been waiting for the Ghost Rider from Marvel Legends, this might be the time to jump on it. $34.99? That's not a bad price if you're into Legends, so game on, man. That's pretty sweet. A lot of Motu. We've got Death's Head, the SDCC 2024 exclusive. I know that because I read it in the title. Then we've got the Batman Forever Batmobile, thus making sure that the only Batmobile that really matters is the Batman 89. That one never went on sale. I'm sorry, it did on Amazon. But I think that was the gray one, the one that came out with a bad roof or something. Let's keep going. Mando, King of Fighters, Vintage Collection, blah, blah. Battle Diorama, yay. All right, not so much on this last one. So why don't we jump over now to Nin Game and see what we've got going on there as far as some crazy sales. I'm assuming here we go, Black Friday sale. I'm just clicking. All right, hang on. I got to share it opened in a new spot, of course, because it's such a jerk. Oh no, my cool background went away. It went away. It went somewhere else. I don't know what to do. That was a terrible Christopher Walken. Never let me do a Walken impression. And Bob Iger is one of the reasons why Disney's had so many problems. I mean, he's got to be. It's got to come from the top, right? Let's see. But take your niece to see Zootopia 2. It's a lot of fun, and it's a solid sequel. It's a lot about urban development. These bad guys want to steal land from these poor reptiles. Well, I mean, they're reptiles. They've kind of got it coming. I'm kidding. Sci-Fi Iger definitely plays a sizable role, along with Kennedy and Feige. Yep. But then you wonder, is it just they like their jobs and they want to keep them? So they're just yes men. I don't know, man. I don't like that either, though. See, Anton, my apologies to Sci-Fi George. I hope your comments were okay because I did see Cobra Commander and his troopers sneaking around over there. Oh no, Sci-Fi was able to get through. He did just fine, Anton. Ghost Tab. I have the Marvel Legends Ghost Rider and Cycle. Totally recommend. There you go. Let's see, Anton, I do have that in that figure, and she's awesome, and they do call her a Time Lord, which is interesting. Let's see, Mr. Madsen, Bob the Weatherman makes terrible decisions, but Kathleen makes even worse. I wish I knew. I really wish I knew what was going on in the back rooms. Like those two just talking to each other. I would love to hear those conversations. Toy Odyssey, what's up, sir? Happy Thanksgiving Day, fellas. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Toy Odyssey. Thanks for stopping this fine evening. Sci-fi, you're always good with me, Anton. Okay, let's see here. Thanks, Paul. Keeping the people involved. Always appreciated. Okay, we're looking at Nin Nin Game right now. Figma sales, Rebel Tech. Let's see if I can find something that everybody would be big fans of. Gonna Mafex. Well, I mean, I'd be a big fan of the Mafex sales. Okay, so we have Figma, Rebel Tech. You know what? We're going to Mafex because most of this other stuff doesn't usually pop up when we discuss it. Ooh, wait a second. Here we go. We didn't even have to do much there. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at those prices for Han, excuse me, Han and Luke. And even the Mando, the Chrome version. Oh, those are not bad. Let me look real quick. You know how it is. I got to do my yen conversions. Let's look at Luke Skywalker. 7040 yen to USD. I'm surprised that my phone doesn't just automatically go with that. Okay, Luke is 45 bucks, like $45.02. So if you've been waiting to get Luke as a stormtrooper, now's the time. Now I don't know how shipping is from Nin Nin. I ordered from them one time, but they had to cancel the order, so I don't really have any experience with them other than that. So, Ghost Have, if you've had some experience or if anybody else has, let us all know so we know what we're looking at as far as shipping is concerned. I want to look up Han as well. I mean, I could do cross multiplication, but then I couldn't use my phone. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Yes, just answer me. Answer me, you fiends. The other one just popped right up. Now it's like, I don't know. Okay, so Han is 5407, which is crazy. And then we'll try that Mando real quick, just because, Star Wars. 9152 yen to USD, 58.53. So all of these guys are cheap compared to what you're usually going to get from Mofex. But again, I don't know what the tariff fees are going to be. I don't know what import fees are going to be. So let us know if you know. And then we'll keep looking down here. Got some SHF. Guys, I'm going to stop right here just so I can catch up with the chat. And I'm going to scroll slowly after I catch up with you guys. So let me know if you want me to stop on anything as we're going. Ooh, Toy Odyssey. Anyone ordering In Art Rises Catwoman tomorrow? Man, I am not, but only because I don't do movie figures, but I saw pictures of her. That is an amazing looking Catwoman. Like, it's insane how good In Art's doing. Mr. Madsen, if you watch the behind the scenes interviews for Mandalorian Season 1, you can see how terrible Kathleen is to everyone who works under her. I'll have to check it. I know I watched some of it, but like the ones where Favreau is in there with the cast and Filoni, those always did really well. But I remember there were a couple with her in there. So I'll have to double check that and check them out again. Ghost Have, just heads up, Nin Nin shipping that includes tariffs is about 40 USD and above. Okay, that's still not terrible if it includes tariffs. I mean, considering, so I would order from Ami Ami, and I would usually, way back when prices weren't insane, usually it would cost me right around $80 to $85 with shipping and all that stuff. And that's close to, you're going to probably hit 90, somewhere in the $90 to $100 range from Nin Nin, but those prices on their own are still pretty decent compared to what they are elsewhere. Brandon, let's see, I'm a big fan of that Mando. Yeah, I am too. I like that Mando. I don't have it, but I like the look. LBZ, don't forget tariff and shipping. That's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly what we're looking at, but it looks like Ghost Have answered that for us. HLJ is also having Black Friday sales. All right, we'll check them out too. See, scrolly as scroll, click by click. That'll work. I like the scrolly. I don't think there's much as far as, I mean, we don't usually talk much about SHF anymore because I think most of you are kind of where I'm at, where they look good, but they're too small for a lot of our figures or a lot of our collections. So I'm going to slow this down. I don't see much. I don't see much. I shouldn't do that either. Oh, we've got Lord of the Rings. Holy jeez. Is that for real? Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, Wolf, Bondi Spirits. Look at that, 40% off. I'm guessing that line's not doing so well. Too bad Star's not here to let us know what he's thinking about those. Okay, so there's going to be a lot. How about I click one more? We'll go through one more page here. Wait, no, hold on. No, 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 no. Is this really for sale? Oh my God, add it to cart. Ladies and gentlemen, 9856. This is probably the best price you're going to find on this Stormtrooper. 9856 yen to USD. $63. So this is going to cost you, if what Ghost Tab's saying is the way they're still doing it, you're looking at about $40. This is going to cost you, I'd say, just to be safe, 103 to 110, somewhere in that ballpark. BBTS, he's like 134. So he's like $134 plus shipping plus tax. So yeah, if you're after this Stormtrooper, you want to add a couple more, or you want to just add one more, I think Nin Nin might be the place to go. I'm glad I ended up there because I did not think anybody still had that guy in stock. All right, slowing it down, kind of. Holy crap. Guys, is it me or is SHF kind of hurting? 49.90 yen for this Yoda. That is insanity. Hold on, I know. That's $31.89 for that Yoda. Wow. That makes me sad almost because Yoda's the man. I didn't even notice Chewy for 3,850 yen. Wow. And they all still say add to cart. Like these are not sold out. Hold on, let me double check here. No, Chewy is not sold out. Man, is Star Wars so damaged that people aren't even buying the original or the original trilogy and the prequel stuff? Or is it because they're re-releases and most anybody that was interested already bought them? What do you guys think? Mr. Matson, my Black Friday post to Mars, or yeah, post is Mars Industries fire sale on mass device, weather dominator, AGPs, and bats. Nice. It would be nice if Mars had a big sale for all our army builders. See, Anton, don't fall into the trap, Dave. Oh, never mind. Fall into the trap. Get that stormtrooper. He wants to be your friend. The problem with the stormtroopers is I want all the stormtroopers to be my friends. And that leads to Mr. Stabby wanting me to die. All right, so yeah, guys, if you want, I would suggest going over to Nin Nin Game and looking over quite a bit because some of those were some serious sales. Now, it was Kappa Hobby, right? I don't think I've ever actually visited Kappa Hobby. But hey, up to 60% off, super sale, Black Friday. Let's see what we've got. We'll just scroll down. Oh my. SH Figure Arts Venom, The Last Dance. He's only 10% off. Sorry, I'm going really slow a little bit here. We do have a Common Rider figure that's off, which is insane. So anybody that's into Common Rider here, 83.59. Actually, a few Common Rider, it looks like. Weird. Well, anyway, 10% off on several Common Rider figures. 20% off on the mock Heisel? Heisey? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. 48.70 for this Common Rider figure. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think Common Rider is one of those lines that SHF just kills it on as far as details are concerned. I just don't have any connection. I want to learn more, but there's a time component in learning more. 20% off the Black Panther with his throne, the Mafex one. I would say right now, holy crap, there's a lot of Common Rider on sale. But I would say right now, Nin Game is the place to go for the big time sales. I do have this Jean. She's pretty awesome, the Phoenix. 76.22 at Kappa Hobby. Mafex Ahsoka for 83.22. Rogue One Vader from Mafex. Hang on, I want to see if this is... Oh, that one's got the plastic skirt piece. Never mind, I lose. There's one that they're coming out with, I think from the Kenobi show, that doesn't have that. And I kind of dig the look of it. Oh, the samurai looking stormtrooper. I always think those are pretty cool looks. Bo-Katan is on sale. 83.22. Yeah, these aren't like crazy sales, but they do exist. Ooh, the stealth cap that's Mafex. 83.22 there. The Boba Fett from Book of Boba Fett. Or, I'm sorry, no. This is from Mandalorian Season 2, I believe. Recovery armor, 76.22. Yeah, Kappa Hobby, if you're into SHF or Mafex, I would go there and give it a look, honestly. Rerun of that Mando for 69.22. All right, we'll go through till it says show more one more time, and then we'll jump over to HLJ. Yeah, I would consider looking at all these Black Friday deals, ladies and gents. The problem, of course, with Black Friday deals is it's assumed you'll be shopping for other people. And we all know on these websites, we shop and look out for number one. Sci-Fi Kennedy has long had a toxic feminist view. She's been in videos stating how she burned away or how she turned away men who not only knew the lore but had the proper skill sets for that job. She wanted to know where the women are. What? Really? I haven't seen those. That sucks. Let's see. What's going on? Okay, that's a beautiful Jean. Can we get a look at her? I will head back to her, Anton. Or I might just look on, let's see, Sci-Fi. The Ronin in Color is the only Star Wars character I own. So I didn't know that Vision Season 3 was on, and they actually had a continuation of the Ronin story, and it was... I mean, Visions, I think they're doing good work, and the Ronin story specifically is pretty awesome with that. Now, hold on, Anton. Let me get back to... Let's go find that Jean for you again. She is a very cool figure. Let's see how it lets me... here we go. She does have the whole Mafex problem where the photographers don't make the shoulders look right. But aside from that, I mean, she's a really good figure, and I'm trying to remember what all she's got on her. It's been a while since I messed with her. But yeah, like my favorite head sculpt is this one here. where she's got kind of the wide eyes going on. This one's not a bad one either. She does actually look angry. Sometimes when you sculpt angry or when other sculptors do it, all they really do is with the mouth, and it never looks quite angry enough. I don't like this head sculpt so much. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just really in the way. It reminds me of the 90s Jean, which just doesn't have very good articulation anywhere because of the way the hair was done. But yeah, there's your look at Jean. Now let's go to why did I try typing? There we go. Let's just go to HLJ. I tried typing Hobby Link Japan. That was a mistake. Don't do that. Do 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 do. Anton, I heard that they canceled the last Ronin live action movie. Is that true? You know, I heard the same thing. I'm assuming it probably is. I don't know. I mean, the current owners of Paramount, I think they're going in there with a fine tooth comb to see what they think is going to be profitable. And there is a lot of stuff that, like, nerd culture knows The Last Ronin, and we'd all love to see a movie about it. But how many kids and parents and general audiences want to see a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie where three of the turtles are dead? So I guess there's, I mean, from a business perspective, you look at that and you're like, maybe what we need to do is bring out another Turtles movie where all four are alive. And I think there is, it does sound like they are going to do that still. But yeah, I don't know. The Last Ronin seems to me like a project where they need to really, they need to build a lot of goodwill when it comes to the Turtles and then drop that one in there somewhere. But by then, it won't even be a thing people care about. Okay, let me see here. November ranking. Oh no, what have I done? Come on, come on, come on. Show me. On sale. Here we go. Oh, wait. Black Friday 90% off. Hold on. I know, I know. I just missed that, but we're going to go back to that and click that guy. Up to 90% off. Thousands of products. Looks like HLJ is a good place to stop. Gundam, action figures. Let's go to action figures. Whoops. Now I gotta stop that screen. Bottom. Oops. What have I done this time? Hello, excuse me while I break everything. Here we go. Oh man, we have more sales on HLJ with this stuff. Look at that. The Chrome version Mando 88. Now what's the, I have not bought, I literally don't think I've ever bought from HLJ. So tell me about shipping from them. Are they based in the US? I don't think they are, am I right? Because if so, these prices wouldn't be too bad for being based here. Now, one thing you've got is this is saying only 5 left in stock for the Chrome Mando, and only 1 left in stock for Luke there. Marvel Legends, Goku, Saiyan Raised on Earth. Oh, those are on sale because of the new 3.0, I bet. So I'm slowing down. We're going to see what we've got. Oh, Diachrone. Sorry, I figure once I'm done with Transformers, I'll have to jump all in on Diaclone. Those are really well made. All right, so they've got a lot of figures on sale, but I'm not seeing many that we usually talk about, aside from those very top ones. We'll still keep going a little bit. Oh, look at that, Transformers. I don't know why, I never think to look at online, like the export or import sites, or basically the Japanese sites for things that I can get here, but that's mostly, I don't know why. Because, duh, I go to the import sites all the time for Mafex. Why do I not look there for Transformers? I mean, if I'm going to order a whole wave, it probably makes more sense to get them from import sites than it does from Target. Sorry, I'm all quiet here. Here's a Michael Jordan for 95.54, Mofex style. Away uniform, though. Man, there are. I love that all these places are having all these deals. So much stuff. What is even that? Glow Bumblebee? I haven't even heard of Glow Bumblebee. But hey, 1148. That's I don't know if that's good or bad because I don't know what size the figure is. Transformers 1, Deluxe Class Sentinel Prime, no dice. I know, how about I've slowed down when it comes to just finding Transformers now? I'm like, oh, look, Transformers. I will now slow down and watch. Sci-fi. Kennedy prides herself on that junk. She got rid of the expanded universe. I knew she did that. That's true. And put women in key places in Star Wars that knew nothing about it and took an all-female pick saying the Force is female. Now, that was one, I had heard about that. That was something, those were shirts that Nike had given them because of coming out with a shoe that was specifically targeted towards women. And I think they called the shoe the Force or something like that. I can't remember what the deal was. It was still bad form to wear it with everybody there, I think. But on the other hand, I kind of get it. But yeah, that with all that other stuff, it starts to look pretty rough, doesn't it? Brandon, they're based in Japan, I believe. I got my Reveltech Deadpool from them, and I have the comic Punisher on pre-order. Thank you, Brandon. I wasn't sure. I feel like I should know that, but you know what? We could just Hobby Link Japan headquarters. Let's try that. Just because we're not sure. Yep, they are in Japan. Thank you, Brandon. Much appreciated, man. I know it feels like I just double checked your work, but you said you were fairly sure. So I thought, okay, let's make sure here because suddenly these sales don't seem that impressive when we're factoring in, having to send this stuff overseas with the tariff charges and the shipping charges and all that. Trying to see, I don't know, man. What do we have here? A Hellboy. 30th anniversary. This has to be the Thousand Toys Hellboy, I assume. Yeah, and there's Lobster Johnson. Oh, out of stock on the Mofex Miles there. I hate seeing out of stock because suddenly I'm like, oh no, I need to go and buy things now. It's out of stock there. It'll be out of stock everywhere soon. Am I all in? Look at this. For this Donatello from that new, what was it, 2003 Turtles or whatever. They were selling it for $90.19. Ouch. I do like these hands though. This is key. And now I'm not seeing as many sales going on. Well, we have a Diaclone sale here, but not a crazy price or not crazy good. It was 49.68. Now it's 42.23. Diaclone. All right, let's go one more page here. And does anybody else have some more suggestions? And what the heck? I don't think anybody has answered me as far as what your favorite food was at Thanksgiving today. And now I'm gonna start taking it personally. The Flash from The Flash. DLX Iron Man. Yeah, we're getting into stuff that isn't so much on sale anymore. And the sales aren't that salesy. All right, so that's what we've got as far as HLJ is concerned. Now we've got this. Let's try. I gotta change my scene here. There we go. Ha ha. Now I'm feeling good. Brandon, I think I paid like $30 something for shipping, but I don't think the tariffs were in place yet. Ah, yeah, that's too bad. I mean, not too bad. That meant you only had to pay $30 for shipping. But now we don't have information. What's going on, Kyrus? Good to see you tonight, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Brandon, my favorite food was the pumpkin pie. Very nice, sir. Been pumpkin pie is pretty awesome, especially you got to do the, like for me, it was all about the combo, right? Like the proportioning. So you get the pumpkin pie, but for me, you just got to load it. Like it's got to be half pumpkin pie, half Cool Whip, just mounded on top of it. And then this is the way. All right, Anton, don't take it personally. Time Lords had many tastes. My sister makes a really good walnut cake. Ooh, that sounds good too. It's really good, but it's great for breakfast after Thanksgiving. You know, that's one of those things. As a rule, I'm not a big fan of casserole, but the family sometimes, like when we have Thanksgiving, they will put like just a bunch of like the sweet potatoes with the mushrooms and the potatoes, the gravy. We'll get the turkey in there, some corn, just all the things, and they mash it all together and it's like a casserole that's actually really amazing. So that's something. Since my niece has been doing the Irish dancing, this is the third year in a row we haven't done like a family Thanksgiving. So like this is why I'll be returning from Milwaukee. We leave tomorrow to go to Milwaukee for her dancing, and then we end up coming back. But when it's just a couple of us, there's no point in making a big dinner or anything. So maybe one day my niece won't be into Irish dancing so much, and we can get back to having a regular Thanksgiving meal. And but mom makes a really good turkey. She puts vegetables underneath it to keep that turkey moist. Ooh, that's a good idea. And tasty. Plenty of sandwiches and other things the days after. Yeah, turkey sandwiches are crazy popular. And the killer is, I'm not the biggest fan of turkey, but when you put it in like that casserole, and if you put, oh, you got to do. So I think my problem with turkey is it's as dry as it is, but then you're saying your mom's able to keep it moist with vegetables. That's kind of interesting. But like what I would probably do for a turkey sandwich is put it on bread and put some cranberry sauce on it as well, just to add a little bit of moisture and some tart. Everybody loves a tart, right? That's not right. Who said that? Kyrus Toypixx. It bummed that, let's see, it turns out that a very slim Mofex Spider-Man fits in the Batwing. Nice. But the in-art Bale Batman will fit in the Jazz Inc. Batwing. Okay. Oh, or I'm sorry, won't fit in the Jazz Inc. Batman. Wow, and InArt is, wait, which one is it? InArt is smaller than a lot of lines, isn't it? Because I feel like LPZZ is a little bigger, InArt's a little smaller, and then we've got most of our stuff kind of in the middle. Is that right, Kyrus, or am I not right? Because I don't have an InArt figure to compare. Sci-fi, let's see. I had a heaping bowl. Oh boy, am I Cheerios because I was forced into work. Where I'm at now, I do enjoy a good tart or trollop. Ah, trollops. They're for dessert, right? That's not right. Who's doing the speaking now? But yeah, this the whole Thanksgiving casserole, the turkey sandwich with the cranberry sauce, I'm okay with. Sweet potato, ooh, pistachio pudding. Oh, ladies and gents, how many of you have pistachio pudding at Turkey Day? Now that it seems we've hit up all the toy sites that are talking Black Friday deals. Okay, thank you, Kyrus. That's a shame, man. That's a shame because if inarts are smaller and they don't fit in that Batwing, that sucks. I mean, it's a pretty Batwing, though. Is anybody on here planning on getting that Jazz Inc. Batwing? Because I do love the look of it, but man, that's a bummer that things don't fit. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's go. You know who else had a Hasbro or had a Hasbro? You know who else had a sale? They got to pay for that whole Tron fiasco now. All the marketing that they put into that. Hasbro Pulse has some stuff going on as far as Black Friday is concerned. Black Friday / Cyber Monday sale. Oh man, it seems that Prime wasn't super popular. That's a shame. Oh wow. If I had a Pulse Premium account, I might actually jump in on this queue here just because 1624 and I think the shipping wouldn't be too bad, but right now the shipping would be ridiculous for that price. Kyrus, I really want the Batwing, but I'm having doubts about the size of the cockpit. Yeah, I'd be with you on that, I think, especially for how much it is. It's almost got to be perfect. Like somebody said the other day, I can't remember who I was watching, but they said at this point, we're almost looking for reasons not to get stuff. So that makes it even more imperative that these companies just put their best feet forward. So I would say that the reason to not get that Batwing, besides the price, I mean, if you don't have, what is it, like $400, but besides the price, if it doesn't fit your stuff, why get it? I mean, it's going to look great in photos, but you can't put your Batman in it, you know? Oops, sorry, Anton. Let's see, a nice turkey sandwich with either mayo, a little salt, and probably or Miracle Whip. Okay, that wouldn't be bad either. That wouldn't be bad either. Kyrus, but maybe Jazz Inc. can do an adjustment cockpit, just needs to be a little wider. Man, then they'd lose out on accuracy though, wouldn't they? Or is that some can you imagine Jazz Inc. comes out with that Batwing and Ramen Toys is like, hang on, I got you. We're gonna make a new cockpit for this thing. Okay, let's keep going through here. We're on Hasbro Pulse right now, seeing what I see as far as sales. In stock, we're at $19.99 for Marrow and the Agent Venom. A lot of Transformers on sale. Okay, ladies and gents, if you're on the fence at all about Prima Prime, if you have a Pulse membership, I would pick him up. I think he's a really cool figure, and he initially sold for 35 bucks. He's here now for 22.74. So I would consider him. I would consider Solus. If you're into Armada, obviously you're going to consider Red Alert, or you probably already have them. G2, I can't do the G2. I can't do those colors, especially now that I have all the Dinobots and their grays and reds and golds and blues. I'm good. I have my season 1 Dinobots and I'm happy. But if you're looking for G2, 3574 ain't bad for that Grimlock. By the way, anybody that lives in the Midwest, I was at Meijer today, and at least as far as Transformers are concerned, they all said 25% off. So if you go to Meijer, you should be able to get 25% off your Transformer purchases. What do we have here? Black Series, Cal NECA. It's 27.19. I just clicked the Black Friday thing, just going through and seeing just all the brands, basically. The Cap Shield, $98.99. If you want that, that's 25% off. Ape Link is off. Let's see. There's not tons. Most of what I'm interested in that's on here, I've already picked up, which when I see these prices, I'm kind of bummed about it. Ooh, if you guys are missing a Mindbender, 1624, and of course have a Hasbro Pulse membership, that's probably not bad. Still taking it slow. Yeah, see, 4124. Ooh, yeah, that's not anywhere near what we saw earlier. The Viper sold out, of course, at 1624. Rock and Roll at 1624 is gone. All right, here's sold out, sold out. Dang it. It's like Hasbro did kind of hit the ceiling with what they're charging for stuff, and people are waiting for the sales. And once the sales hit, though, they're like, yep, mine. Like, at least with classified, people like the line enough where if the price will come down just a bit, they want them all. Sales on all these. Like, I think that Wheeljack was a reissue. That Ramjet I know is a reissue. Daedra Miro. Oh man. All the Spider-Verse stuff, it looks like. Man, that's 5 out of, what was it, 6 or 7 figures that are on sale here for the Spider-Verse stuff. And they're all still in stock from Marvel Legends. Spider-Punk, Spider-Gwen, Pavadier. I can't remember. What did they call the Indian Spider-Man? I can't remember. And I'm terrible with reading, apparently. And then they had the Peter Parker, and they had the Spidey 2099. That's insane that, like, so many of those. Because I know that even though I'm not a Marvel Legends guy, I know there's a lot of Marvel Legends fans out there. Oh, sold out on the kit. Good Lord, I totally lost it, even though it says Knight Rider right there. Sold out on the kit there, ladies and gents. No dice on him. Plenty of vintage collection. Road Pig for $33.74. That's actually probably pretty good. I think that's a good looking figure. Kairos Toypixx off topic. On the news, some guy in Texas found in his farm a record-breaking super big T-Rex. What? Like as far as the fossils? Okay, that's awesome. I would love to be digging somewhere and just be like, oh, hey, suddenly I have a massive T-Rex in my backyard. Anton, nice chatting, but everyone, so I'm really tired, and this time, Lord, it's time for him to go to bed. Go and buy more toys, buy more comics, and always have fun. Anton, you too, man. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out as long as you did, especially on Turkey Day. Massive appreciation, dude. So you go, hit the hay, get a good night's sleep, and be ready for whatever you're shopping for tomorrow. Raptor. See, I think Raptor is pretty cool too, but I don't know. I mean, yeah. Just going through the Hasbro Pulse sales here. Everybody loves Palpatine, so he's gone. This is kind of remarkable. The Clone Warrior, the Clone Trooper, Clone Warrior, the Clone Trooper and the Battle Droid are $33.74. So if you're building just a Star Wars kind of army builder display, they're not bad. And I like the Battle Droid because you don't need extra hands for him necessarily, but I would need the extra hands for the Clone Trooper, which is why I didn't jump on something like that. I'm telling you, I think Black Series, I think they sculpt so well. And if they could have extra accessories, I'd be far more tempted to jump in on that line. Okay, so vintage collection, plenty of Acolyte there that's shockingly on sale. Okay, we've got this one, I think, was this page 4? I don't know. Only a couple more pages to go. You know what? Actually, let's get through this page, and I want to show you one thing that I didn't know about, and I don't know how I didn't know about it. Oh, guys, Odin. I thought Odin looks pretty good, and for 45 bucks, that's a pretty decent price if you're on the fence about him. All kinds of Joes here for 1874 for Storm Shadow, Alpine, the Iron Grenadier Bat. 44.99 for that Hulkbuster Iron Man. Okay, so yeah, Hasbro Pulse, if you have a premium membership, you might want to check it out. It looks like it's got quite a bit going on. Now, I want to take you to one quick site, and then after this, it'll be time to call it a night. But I didn't know this was a thing. Like, I'm sure I've seen them. In fact, I think I have seen, I might have shown you guys some of them from that we had on BBTS. Oh, look at this. Black Friday on Fexed Hobby, 30% off all items. Oh, wow, that's pretty sweet. And they have a lot of ridiculous stuff. But where I saw things, where is it? Where is it? Show me more. The Fexed system. Dang it. So look at all this stuff, the FEXT system here. I've got, and I have particular interest in some of this just because I have been building that Transformers collection a little bit, which is obviously Autobot colors going on. Let me find, these are about the size, oops, these figures here, how do I wish I could blow this up a little bit, but these are roughly the size of the current Generations and Studio Series figures. So it's a good sized dio, and if you get a couple of them, you can mash them together and make a pretty sweet setup. And I didn't know about these so much, which drives me crazy. But if that doesn't work for you, you can also make it work for your masterpiece figures. Obviously, they put a few of them together to make that work. But yeah, Fext Hobby. And if 30% off all items, so $49.90, that'd be about 35 bucks for one of these Fext Hobby things. And I think they look pretty good. Especially for just some kind of display. Trying to find here. Let's click this. Yeah, there you go. You got a little bit of Gundam action going on in this one. And then here, I think that's a couple of them together. Like, it's just, I don't know how I didn't know about this. Like, and I've seen them, but I didn't know it was Fext Hobby, you know? There's a very hunters galore. But how I didn't think about this or how I didn't know about this for a lot of backgrounds, I mean, this will help with photography for sure. When a lot of dios are approaching like $400 and $500, you can get these for 50 bucks and 30% off. So that's pretty awesome. Kyrus, let's see. Yo, the teeth on this T Rex are bigger than any T Rex before. Wow. So it was fossils. That is so cool. Every time I love hearing stuff like that because you almost feel like, yeah, we've discovered pretty much everything except what all is in the ocean. But everything on land you feel like you've discovered. And then, no, no, these are the biggest T Rex teeth ever. That's awesome. And of course, you're going to find the biggest teeth in Texas. That makes sense. Mr. Benson, have a good night, Anton, and happy holidays. Heck yeah, man. Sci-fi, I'd love some pistachio pudding with some sweet potato cornbread. I have never had sweet potato cornbread. I've had just regular cornbread. Okay, sci-fi. Sweet potato cornbread versus regular cornbread. Which one wins? Because, yeah, I might need to make adjustments. But yeah, a lot of sold out stuff here too. Some of the stuff they've got is insane, like insanely hilarious. I'll find one more thing. Actually, no, their home screen had it. Things that I'm thinking of that would be fun stocking stuffers, except I usually think of stocking stuffers as being 2 or 3 bucks. But all this stuff up here, look at this. Oh my, I wondered what that noise was, and it's coming from the site. Okay, there we go. I had to turn that down. All this stuff you can get here, and it's 1/12 scale. Mini Fext is what they call it. So you can get like luggage, you can get strollers, you can get cats, you can get corgis. Like I started thinking, yeah, look at this ice cream cat. Like it's just wacky stuff that you can get with all this. And I was thinking these would be hilarious stocking stuffers, but then you start going, do I really want to pay $7.50 for a stocking stuffer? I'm not sure. This might be a legit gift. I'm gonna get everyone a kitty in a backpack. But yeah, I didn't know about all this ridiculous stuff that was here. It's pretty rad. And yeah, that's right. We went from Black Friday sales to kitty cats in backpacks. This is how a Toypixx live stream is known to roll. Oh boy. But I think that's pretty much what we got for this fine evening. So, guys, ladies, gentlemen, anybody that's watching right now, thank you a ton for stopping in and hanging out tonight, especially on Turkey Day. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving and had an absolute blast. Hope you got to eat everything you wanted to eat. And I hope the rest of the year crushes it for you. Get out there, have some fun tomorrow on some Black Friday sales. Do what you got to do. Get some stuff for the family. Don't spend everything on you, but really buy super cheap for the family so you have a lot more money to spend on your collection. I think these are words to live by. I say as the moms in the next room. Anyway, everybody, thanks again for stopping by. You could have done anything tonight, like maybe eat some leftovers, but you chose to hang out here, hanging out with all of us, and I massively appreciate it. So, until next time, have fun and happy snapping. See ya. I'm going to hit end stream, but it makes you hit end stream twice. That's why things get awkward. So here you go. Cheers.